Today's episode is sponsored by Spartan Chemical Company. Family owned and operated since 1956, Spartan Chemical is a leading manufacturer of superior and cost-effective specialty chemical products sold through select, trusted distributors. Spartan Chemical makes clean simple. For more information, please visit spartanchemical.com. Our topic today on Straight Talk is about ESG. And I have to admit, it wasn't too long ago in my life that if someone asked me about ESG, I would say, I never eat it. You might get the correlation. All joking aside, we know how important ESG is to the industry. And to speak to the deeper aspects of this, I welcome Randy Burke, the CEO and founder of DCS Global. Randy, hello.
Jeff, good day, good day. Very much looking forward to this talk as always with you.
You know, my reference to MSG, hopefully we don't ruffle any feathers there, but ESG is important. But some people may not know exactly what that is. Mm-hmm. Why don't we start with the acronym?
Sure.
Why is that important?
Yeah, well, E, environment, S, social responsibility, G, governance. And the reality is that almost all board of directors are now being held to those standards of operations and reporting around those three key items. So it does filter down. It's very important.
So with that in mind, how can cleaning service providers align their programs to support that?
And part of it too, just I'll start off, is reducing risk on some level, because there is some top-down push on this, but you can get blowback. But really, when you look at, environment in particular, it really is a lot about carbon reduction. So, anything you can do to manage lighting, high-intensity cleaning at the job site, day cleaning is a perfect example. You darken the lights and you're using less equipment and such. But anything that you can do on the carbon reduction side is paramount. Second of all, certainly it's around the intensity use of chemicals. We've all been there, green cleaning and that, but if you reduce the intensity of cleaning, cut scope, or you're using less chemicals, again, that's a natural. So, but mostly it's actually carbon. Social responsibility, clean for health for sure. You've got a clean environment and a healthy environment. That's important, but it goes beyond that, really, into to some degree how staff are treated. Employment practices, use of subcontractors, fair wages, living wages, all of those things. I mean, that is part of, our social contract, so to speak. So I think that's going to be important also, and can be looked at. But when you talk about governance, ISSA SIMS has a great list actually on the governance side. So check that out for sure. But also, there is certain things. I mean, that's why we're in business, third-party subject matter experts oversight. So do you have something internal that is like that outside your group that's providing oversight? Or can you, in fact, engage the third-party subject matter experts? Often, the cost of reasonable, clients can pay. There's all sorts of options there. So in general, I think those are the three biggest things you can do with ESG for, cleaning systems and that.
If you're doing all this and it's working,
yeah,
what about the messaging? Because you want people to know about this, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah. It's important, I think, to get records to show your overall policies, procedures, kind of as a background as an operator. But record what you're doing and send it up the ladder. You might be surprised how quick the uptake is, and it certainly can be a career improvement move. But a lot of this is real. I mean, when you think about ESG, like why wouldn't you? So spend some time, align, and make sure that it is real. Put the information in your operational reports and even in your proposals if you happen to be a service provider. Um, it is picking up speed. You're going to get points for it if somebody is scoring. So I think that communications piece is important. Little video, things like that are easy to do and highly recommended.
Yeah. If you're doing good, you want others to know about it. And points sound good to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. So last question, Randy. We talked about all these positives. Are there any negatives or pitfalls to think about or to avoid?
Yeah, there absolutely is. When you think about it, Jeff, for instance, stuff can happen. And so, the last thing you need is some kind of a illegal subcontracting thing to get blown up in your face,
Mm-hmm.
or you get a big spill and you haven't handled it correctly, or who knows? I mean, there's things to trip up. So, get granular in your operations. Do a check. Are we in trouble anywhere? Last thing you want is a reporter to phone to the boss or anything like that and say, "Oh my goodness, you're right." So yeah, do a granular check. Have a look at what's going on. Make sure you're not running afoul on any of the issues, and feed information. That's one of the biggest things you can do. But yeah, have a good look around. Talk to your people. A lot of times they know more than you do. Hey. I would have a little communique go out internally.
Mm.
Just very simple. This is what our objectives are. Do you see any issues at this point? And you may not know what's going on in your operations at some point, and then it's like, okay. But yeah, that's I think that's the biggest single thing is be prepared. Don't get busted. It's not going away. This is here for good. It's part of the business fabric.